Ooh, North Mode. What's up, everybody? Matt Nuzzo hanging out here. Can try and get a little light wind sesh. I might get skunked here, but I want to talk about this new North Mode. This is a new wing. It was originally gonna be called the North Race because they made it for racing, but then like, hey, this thing jumps well and it's pretty high performance, so we don't want to just pigeonhole it to race, so they called it the Mode because it's a really versatile wing. They got a 4.2, 5.5, 7.0. The key thing with this is it's a flatter draft area, so it doesn't so you can have has a much bigger wind range than say the Nova or Nova Light Wind. The shape of this 7 meter actually looks really similar to the Nova Light Wind that we just reviewed. Really long strut, pretty fat, kind of low aspect. It does have this end weave. This is their new material. My guess is, you know, they just got something from their sailing world. They brought in Steve Calder, who's one of the top sail designers. He made for all his like super fast sailing race boats. He's an exceptional designer, so he came help with some of the design of this. My guess is that he brought this material in from the sailing world, which is great, seeing them use some of their assets from North Sails, and brought it in for these wings, and it's lighter and stiffer. This wing's at 7.0 is about 7.2 pounds. The 5.0 is like no, the 5.5 is like 6 pounds or something like that. So they're a lot lighter than the standard Nova. They fly well, so that helps. They do have these bars, which are really nice. This long bar in the front too really helps you move around and can kind of one-hand fly it. So let's get on the water. I'm taking out the Armstrong 1325 today. I don't really ride that, but because it's light, let's go see if I could jam around on this thing. And 50-liter board. I kind of like to stick with stuff that I've known to try. I was going to do the 1125, but it looks a little too light for that. But I like to kind of stick with what I'm normally riding to see how the bigger wings and stuff work in light air. So, all right, session time. See you on the water. Let's go. Feeling really light right now. I think it's just totally glassed off, but we're gonna give this a shot. Walk out a little ways, get some deeper water, and see if I can't get this project surprisingly could get going. It's freaking glassy out here right now. It's super light. I would say it's maybe 5 to 10. Not really what this wing's designed for, but it feels really good. You know, the thing with the Mode is it goes up wind really well. It was designed originally as a race wing, but it goes up wind really well, which is nice. Kind of no flutter or anything. It is a little harder to flip over because this stuff is really stiff and the leading edge is real thick, this leading edge material. Also, the leash is a little short to get to flip over the wingtip, but you know, this isn't your first wing. Like, I really like the Mode, particularly in the 5.5 is great. You know, like the cool thing with these wings, they have just a really big wind range, you know, so it's designed to be ridden getting super lit. I didn't find it luffed as well as the Nova. Like, I think the Nova luffs better. You know, it's going in really light wind, and if I was gonna be like, you know, yacht club racing and stuff, I would definitely pick this for a light wind thing and then go up to the ultralight 8 meter above that. You know, below that, the Novas are great. You know, the Nova works really well. In the North line, I'd ride the 5.0 and smaller, just the standard Nova, unless like I wanted to get super lit. You know, I'm riding, kind of chasing small bumps and riding the ocean a lot more, so I'm not really doing a lot of freestyle. This might be this, because it has the rigidity, has some nice freestyle action. It does have the 1-pump system, but they did put, thankfully, they put the extra dump valve on this side, so you can deflate this gigantic strut. Their bars are really nice, simple, super well balanced. Where they, like, I like this long handlebar in the front because you can go all the way up front and, you know, on the smaller sizes and left out, or come all the way back down here like I need today for that extra power. Oh, here's the puck. I'm gonna try and get
There we go. Oh, that's a lot of work. Woo!
Yeah, once you get rolling on this thing, go. Whoa!
Dealing with seaweed today too. Big foil, big wing. Nice.
Yeah, so for light wind, the 7.0 is actually better than expected. You know, I thought this was, they do have really nice top end range. I've used this in higher winds and the 5.5 and 4.2 and a lot higher winds. And it actually gets going. The first time I used a 5.5, it was kind of similar, like was winds dying and was able to get going. And it definitely takes the right technique, which I'm lacking some of. But you have to have kind of be able to hop the board, hop the pump the wing like crazy, and just totally gas yourself. But it's a good workout if nothing else. So I think the mode is a great addition to what they're like, a high performance wing form. Using their new end weave materials is cool to see them bringing in some of the sailing stuff. I think for this wing, it helps, and that's what helps get some of the wind range is that stiffer material. The leading edge just looks like standard ripstop canopy material here. And overall, like, I think that if, you know, I love that the sizes are just pretty limited. When you get on this thing, you shoot in, it definitely gives you good upwind performance. Like this 1325 Armstrong HA and that mode wing, like, you know, definitely jamming. If I was racing, I'd put on a bigger board, a 90-liter board or something big, just so I could have some float and not have to taxi around or sink around to try and get started. But definitely works really well. Transitioning in light air is difficult. You know, I found that the mode doesn't luff as well, doesn't transition as easily as the Nova, but the Nova, it's designed for everyone to make it super easy, and this is a more performance wing for jumping, doing tricks, racing, and ripping around, and I think they really hit the mark with it. So we'll do some more reviews and stuff. Just want to get out. We just got these things in stock, so want more reviews, check us out online, realwatersports.com, or reach out, give us a call at the shop, 252-987-6000. See you guys on the water.